Hey guys, in this video we're going to be checking out the top 10 best cake pans that are available on the market for their true quality. I made this list based on my personal opinion and hours of research. I have listed them based on popularity, quality, price, durability, user opinions, and more. If you want to see more information and the updated price, you can check out the description below. Also, make sure to subscribe for more reviews. Okay, so let's get started with the video. Starting at number 10, we have the Chicago Metallic 59,629 9-inch Commercial 2 Non-Stick Round Cake Make. This 9-inch cake pan, also available in 8-inch, from Chicago Metallic A-Star tests, coming out at the top of a very solid cake pan lineup. It doesn't have the bells and whistles of some other products, but it does its job superbly. The Chicago Metallic Cake Pan baked perfectly round yellow cakes without significant doming and one evenly browned pound cake with a moist interior texture and a patina-like finish. The unmolding process was smooth and easy. It was one of the few pans that didn't struggle in this step. It's made from heavy-duty aluminized steel, which is a more costly material than others used in cake pans, but the functionality and durability of the pan are also significantly higher. The dual coating technology makes the pan non-stick and safe to use. In terms of care, this product doesn't require too much cleaning. As the pan is non-stick, there was nothing for us to scrub. Run it under warm, soapy water and dry immediately. Then you'll be ready to bake again. If all you need is a round cake pan that can bake perfect chiffon, sponge, and tiered cakes consistently, then this is your best choice. Moving on, at number 9, we have the Hiware Springform Pan Set. Springform cake pans have risen in popularity in recent years, thanks to their ingenious design that revolutionized the cake releasing process. These are round models with removable sides and bases, and all the parts are held together by an interlocking band. Springform cake pans are particularly useful when making cheesecakes, ice cream cakes, and fruit tarts because the removable sides can protect the often delicate components of the cake. This pan is sold as a Springform Pan Set, including 3 different sizes: 4-inch, 7-inch, and 9-inch. As we only tested traditional flour cakes like yellow and pound cakes, we've seen very few advantages that a Springform cake pan would have over a one-piece metal cake pan. Plus, we've noticed significant leaking from the lower quality models in testing. This set of 3 Springform pans from Hiware are the best we've tested. It baked delicious cakes without burning, leaking batter, or sticking. We made cakes in all 3 of them, and the cake quality was consistent. The 9 and 7-inch cakes domed slightly, which made stacking a little difficult but not impossible. The only thing we don't like about this set of pans is the dimpled bottoms, which made greasing and cleaning difficult. At number 8, we have the Ballarini Nonstick 2-in-1 Springform Pan. If you can't decide between a round or a bundt pan, you may like the features that Ballarini has to offer. This 2-in-1 setup gives you a flat base for round cakes and a fluted base for bundt cakes. The Springform not only lets you switch between the 2 bases easily, but also makes detaching the baked goods effortless. Our cakes turned out fine, with no noticeable unevenness or domed tops. However, this nice setup isn't without major flaws. First, it claims to have PFOA, free non-stick coating, but in testing, all 3 cakes, baked in each of the 2 bases, stuck when we tried to remove the cakes. Furthermore, the base had visible scratches, though we refrained from using metal utensils in testing. Another major issue we ran into was leaking, which is a common problem that exists in Springform pans across the board. In the yellow cake tests, the cake batter leaked from the bottom of the Springform. At number 7, we have the Great Jones Patty Cake. As with other Great Jones cookware we've tested, the patty cake pans are gorgeous. This pan comes in a set of 2, available in broccoli, green, and blueberry blue. It has a corrugated bottom complete with the Great Jones logo, But don't worry, the patterns didn't leave too much of an imprint on the final cakes beyond some subtle lines here and there. Construction-wise, it's similar to our top pick by Chicago Metallic, which is made of aluminized steel with non-stick coating. This cake pan feels sturdy and durable, but not too heavy for lifting and transportation. During testing, our cakes baked 2 yellow cakes and a pound cake, which were relatively evenly baked with slight doming. However, its major drawback is its fashionable bottom design, which made cleaning a bit more difficult than the other cake pans we've tested. Though it's dishwasher safe, we still recommend hand washing to extend its lifespan, because non-stick coating tends to deteriorate in heavy-duty washing cycles. At number 6, we have the Cuisinart Chef's Classic 9.5 Fluted Cake Pan. If you're serious about making beautiful bundt cakes with clear definition, this cake pan from Cuisinart is a more affordable version of our best bundt cake pan. From the appearance, it may not be as stunning as the Nordic ware pan, but its performance impressed us. In multiple cake tests, it baked the cakes evenly, and the cakes were consistently easy to unmold. It's a heavy-duty cake pan that baked many impressive cakes in our testing. Be aware that the pan is coated with Xylan, a chemical coating that can be dangerous above 500 degrees Fahrenheit, so you should avoid heating the pan when it's empty. Using any metal utensils is also a no-go, but otherwise it's not harmful with proper care. At number 5, we have the Wilton Performance Pan's Aluminum Round Cake Pan. This cake pan is durable and can sustain high temperatures in the oven without warping, thanks to its anodized aluminum construction. However, baking perfect cakes in this pan may require more effort, as it isn't non-stick even after greasing. In our testing, we noticed a few flaws. The white cakes were extremely hard to take out. I ended up breaking the cakes. The interior was runny and not fully baked at all, which defeats the purpose of using aluminum as the base material. As the cake kept getting stuck to the bottom, we deducted a few points for ease of cleaning. Overall, it's a bargain because this cake pan is sold in a set of 2, but you may need to line them with parchment paper to make your life a little easier. At number 4, we have the USA Pan Bakeware Round Cake Pan. Similar to our best overall, this one uses aluminized steel as its base material, which makes it durable and distributes heat evenly across the pan. The non-stick coating is silicone, which is safer than other chemical coatings, while also increasing the durability of the pan. We didn't like the dimpled bottom of this cake pan as we struggled to clean it after baking. It was also not as non-stick as the Chicago Metallic, as there were bits of residue stuck on the dimpled base. The USA pancakes also domed the most, making them a less attractive choice for bakers who want perfectly shaped cakes. At number 3, we have the Wilton Easy Layers 4-piece layer cake pan set. The Wilton Easy Layers is actually 5 3/4-inch thick layer cake pans, designed for making perfect a multi-layered cake using one batch of batter. This concept might sound appealing to people who are intimidated by cutting even layers from a single cake. However, baking 4 thin layers of cake means dividing cake batter into 4 equal parts and recalculating the bake time. You may also end up worrying about the evenness of the cake, as the 4 cakes end up in 4 different parts of the oven, which likely has hot spots. So in the end, you may be spending much more time portioning and doing math, as opposed to slicing the cake using an inexpensive tool like a cake slicer. Unless you're dedicated to making adobos torte, as seen on the Great British Bake Off, you may save yourself some time by using one of the other cake pans we tested. At number 2, we have the Tebery 2-pack 8-inch round non-stick cake pan set. These pans come in a set of 2, so if you're planning to make tiered cakes, this setup could reduce your workload significantly. Each pan has handles on either side, which allowed us to transfer the baked cakes easily from the hot oven. Its carbon steel construction makes the bakeware relatively strong and heat resistant, but the material isn't as good at conducting heat as aluminum is, resulting in less satisfying results. The cakes are lopsided, potentially caused by the design of the tapered sides. You'll need straight-sided models to effortlessly build stackable layers. Unfortunately, these cake pans also produced many domed cakes, which can be explained by their carbon steel construction. And finally, at number 1, we have the Parrish Magic Line Round Aluminum Cake Pan. The cakes baked in this pan came out consistently lopsided. This could have been an oven issue, but we didn't notice such weird shapes in the cakes baked in other pans. In the yellow cake testing, we found the cakes continuously stuck to the bottom of the pan. In the pound cake testing, where the exterior of the cake should be shiny and brown, the color of this pound cake was dull, not as pretty as the other cakes. Another issue was with the description of the cake pan. It's slightly smaller than 9 inches. If you're looking to add a new 9-inch cake pan to your collection, you can skip this one. Thank you for watching, guys. I hope you liked this video. If this video was helpful to you, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. If you have any questions related to this product, you can leave a comment down below. I will get back to you as soon as possible.